It's very symbolic that it's Macron who is making the loudest statement on artificial intelligence in Europe. Macron's presidency has been the symbol of positive disruption, and it concerns both his politics but also attitude towards technology. And artificial intelligence is as disruptive as it can get. The good news for Europeans is that Macron doesn't want to do it alone. He wants to do it in cooperation. This is partially out of necessity because Macron realizes that France alone cannot compete with the United States or China. Already in September, Macron called for the creation of European DARPA. And DARPA is the US agency that's responsible for the development of advanced research projects. Europe is behind, and that's true, but what exactly that means? First of all, it's huge economic losses and losses of business potential. Artificial intelligence is already transforming a wide range of industries, starting from healthcare to self-driving cars to financial industry, you name it. But second, there is also lots of discussion about the implications of artificial intelligence on national security. Even if you yourself don't want to use AI for military purposes, you better be sure that there is no opponent who is currently using it for its military purposes, whether integrated it into the weapon system or using it for influence operations, also known as propaganda. At least you would like to be at the discussion table when there is creation of norms regulating the use of artificial intelligence for military purposes. And of course, Europe and France were behind for a reason. And Macron will have to address these reasons. First of all, it's the availability of funding. In the US, for example, there is the abundance of venture capital. In China, there is a little bit different model where there is a huge state-sponsored initiatives for the development of artificial intelligence. Macron has pledged some funding. He hopes that Europeans are going to cooperate and chip in with additional EU funds. And of course, the idea is that the businesses are going to follow suit. But there are much trickier issues to address, and those concern privacy and ethics. These are very controversial issues in Europe right now. Macron's purpose would be to convince Europeans that there should be more data sharing, but that at the same time doesn't hinder their privacy concerns. And that's going to be very tricky at the time of the Cambridge Analytica scandals or Facebook usage of data. Of course, there are skeptics, and not everybody is satisfied with the speed of the reform and the speed of the investments in the area. For example, among the not completely satisfied are JEDI. JEDI stands for Joint European Disruptive Initiative. That's a consortium of French and German companies who advocate for the creation of the European DARPA. And they're saying that there's been lots of talking, but not so much action. And Europe is losing the precious time necessary to compete in the global AI race. JEDI would definitely want to see Macron use force more efficiently to pursue this agenda.